Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Ron Harris, your MD online editor. And just a real quick one because it's very easy to get a ton of views with rumors and false information. I saw at least one video. It says, it's confirmed Shawn Rhoden is in the 2021 Mr. Olympia. And we could talk a little bit about whether he should or shouldn't be. I think he should be. But I'm in touch with Dan Solomon. He's the promoter of the Olympia. Dan says no, he is not. So that was not confirmed. He is not in the Mr. Olympia as of now, 9 weeks away from the show. You know, I sit on stories a lot of the times because I wait until the facts are confirmed, and that I get screwed over because someone else will get 100,000 views with a lie or a rumor or misinformation. I came up in a different era. We had journalistic integrity. I can't do that. I try as much as possible, as often as possible, to go to the source who would be able to definitely confirm or deny these rumors. Dan Solomon is the promoter of the Olympia. He would tell you for sure Shawn is or is not, and he said he is not in the Olympia. Should he be in the Olympia? I want to see everyone in the Olympia every year. I miss seeing him on stage. I was never a fan of his until he basically won the Olympia, and then I realized, wow, this guy's a lot better than I gave him credit for these past few years. And of course, he leveled up at that Olympia. His condition was spectacular. He beat a 7-time reigning Mr. Olympia. Not an easy thing to do. And how would he have done last year? I mean, he didn't compete in 2019 when Brandon won. He didn't compete in 2020 when Rami won. You could make cases for both years that Shawn would have been able to successfully defend his title. I know all the Rami fans are going to be like, no, you're an idiot. Rami's the greatest bodybuilder who has ever walked this earth. Nobody could ever possibly beat him. Kai, no, I don't think Kai's going to compete again, guys. I'd love to see Kai. Kai could compete in the Olympic if he wanted to. I'm sure if he asked, they would extend an invitation because they always have that leeway, always have, to give one special invitation every year to someone who isn't necessarily qualified. And to qualify for the Olympia now, you have to either have won a contest this year, you have to have been top 5 in the Mr. Olympia last year, or you have to be a previous Mr. Olympia. If you've ever won the Olympia, you have a lifetime qualification. You don't have to do anything else. You could show, say, I'm going to, Samir Bannout, theoretically, the 1983 Mr. Olympia. If he really wanted to, he could compete this year, if he wanted to. That's his right. He's Mr. Olympia. Ronnie, Jay, Dexter, any of these guys. Why isn't he? It's a legal thing, and because it's still an ongoing case, and I'm curious, I have not heard any updates on this case whatsoever. So the alleged incident with Shawn happened it was an incident. Was it what actually happened? Has to be determined in a court of law. That happened in late 2018. He was charged in summer, I think it was July of 2019. So it's been 2 full years since Shawn was charged. Shawn Rhoden, he has not yet had his day in court. Obviously, COVID, it backed up the courts like unimaginably so. I mean, I hear about cases that should have been resolved long ago, and they're still open cases. So Shawn's been in a legal limbo this whole time, 2 years. Which Andrew is huge? Andrew jacked. Yeah, Andrew's got some big arms. Physique-wise, he wouldn't do well with these guys. Innocent until proven guilty, but Olympia committee, Olympia promoters didn't want to deal with any ongoing criminal case. So, I can't comment on that. I'm not a legal expert, and I'm not the promoter of the Olympia or the owner of the Olympia. So that's their prerogative. Personally, I miss seeing Shawn Rhoden up there. It's a classic bodybuilding physique. He's got the lines and shape and flow of a classic competitor. Not as massive, obviously, as somebody like Rami, but man, he's beaten a lot of big dudes. He beat Rami that year. He beat Rami several times. So that's the case. That's what's the real story, guys, from Dan Solomon himself. Confirmed to me via text message. Shawn is not in the Olympia, despite what other media outlets, other YouTube channels might be saying or reporting. It's false information. It's unsubstantiated rumor. And I really try my best to steer clear of doing that because I do consider myself a journalist. I know this isn't, I'm not writing for the New York Times or the Wall Street Journal, but I do consider myself a journalist. Big Lenny. Anyway, guys, just a quick one because I thought that needed to be said because I didn't want anyone else out there getting their hopes up thinking, oh, wow, this is great. You know, there's a lot of Shawn Rhoden fans who might have heard that and they got excited. And I don't want to dash your hopes, but I don't want you guys thinking he's in it because he's not. So hopefully his case gets resolved soon as possible. Get him back up on that stage. The Hunter thing, that's a whole other topic, guys. We're not talking about Hunter Labrada. We're talking about Shawn Rhoden, the 2018 Mr. Olympia. Would Rolly potentially get any invite? I don't know. Don't know, guys. Rolly is probably going to do another show. Again, until he announces it, I can't say, but I may know something based on what was told to me today by someone that was with Rolly. But I think Rolly's going to do another show and try to qualify. As far as a special invitation, I don't know if they're even going to do one. They don't do one every year. They don't always give out a special invitation. They always have that option. They don't always exercise that option. So anyway, guys, that's a quick one. I'm going to catch my flight back to Boston. Hope you all enjoyed our coverage. He's doing it in Tampa. Oh, you okay? Put it. All right. I guess the cat's out of the bag. Yeah, he was talking to Hector, our photographer, who's been driving him around Atlanta these past few days, here and there. So he doesn't have to Uber everywhere. And he did talk about doing Tampa, so that's great. We'll see him in 2 weeks, and I sincerely hope Rolly brings a much better look because I know he's so much better than what we saw yesterday. I've seen Rolly so much better so many times. I was let down because I know what he's capable of looking like. I know how good Rolly is. He's going to have trouble beating Ian. Yeah, Ian's going to be on his. Ian's going to be on his A game. Ian's going to show up looking great. So yeah, it's not going to be. He's downsized. He's smaller than the Rolly that was, winning Arnold Classic Australia, the one that was taking third at the Olympia. That Rolly would have crushed the show yesterday easily. So we'll see what happens. Looking forward to seeing Rolly in Tampa. Of course, I'm looking forward most of all in Tampa to our coverage, Muscular Development's coverage, brought to you by High Tech Pharmaceuticals. No, I have no comments on the fight between two older gentlemen. No. See the stuff that keeps you guys amused? Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. Going to board my flight in a little while. So thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Talk to you next time.